Most people do not fail because they lack intelligence, discipline, or effort. They fail because they misunderstand the nature of their failure long before its consequences become obvious. The diagnosis is usually wrong at the very beginning, but it feels reasonable enough to persist unchallenged by the time results stall. The explanation they reach for seems responsible, even mature, yet it directs their energy further into the very conditions that caused the failure in the first place. When progress slows or stops, people almost instinctively assume the problem is internal. They tell themselves they need more focus, more consistency, more motivation, or stronger discipline. These conclusions are comforting because they preserve the belief that the structure they are operating within is fundamentally sound. If the system is correct, then any lack of progress must be a personal shortcoming. Trying harder feels safer than questioning whether the path itself is capable of delivering the outcome being pursued. This is the core misdiagnosis, confusing failure of effort with failure of structure. Effort failures respond to refinement and discipline. Structural failures do not. No amount of persistence can make a system compound if it is designed to reset progress, keep upside, or depend entirely on continuous presence. Yet people continues to optimize their behavior inside environments that are mathematically limited, mistaking endurance for progress and persistence for inevitability. Visible activity further obscures the problem. Long hours, full schedules, and constant motion create the impression of momentum, even when nothing durable is being built. The absence of results is then attributed to timing rather than design. It hasn't worked, yet quietly becomes it will work eventually, not because evidence supports the belief, but because abandoning the path would require admitting that time has been invested in the wrong direction. There is also a deeper psychological preference at work. Many people would rather believe they are the problem than accept that the structure is flawed. Personal failure feels correctable. Structural failure demands redesign, detachment, and often the painful dismantling of identity built around effort. Continuing to struggle feels less threatening than starting over with clear eyes. The final misdiagnosis appears when difficulty itself is treated as proof of value because something is hard. It is assumed to be meaningful. In reality, many dead ends paths are difficult precisely because they offer no leverage, demanding constant input while producing nothing that lasts. Most people do not fail because they give up too soon. They fail because they persist for too long inside systems that cannot reward them. The tragedy is not the failure itself, but the belief that more effort will eventually correct a design that was never meant to work.